Welcome, everyone, to Bill Power Stadium in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, via tape delay, it's the Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the crosstown rival Laurel Highlands Mustangs in a Big Nine football contest. Hello, everyone. This is Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you for tonight's Quad A football action. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffmeyer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. Once again, this is Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank alongside Jerry Dupay on the camera. We'll be back with the starting lineups for both teams on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight.
The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown. would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium. It's time for high school football as the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands travel across town to meet the Uniontown Red Raiders as the captains head to midfield for the coin toss. Let's take a look at the Uniontown Red Raiders offensive lineup. Rick?
Thanks, Gary. On the front line, number 60, Edge Peck, is a freshman, left tackle, left guard. Number 64, Tate Trininsky, a senior. Centers, Pablo Boyd, a sophomore. Number 73 is right guard, Taylor Hauser. And number 75 is the right tackle, Dan Myers. He's a senior. The quarterback tonight's up in the air, Gary. It could be either Eric Dodson, number 1, or number 7, Omar Teets. The running back, the tailback is Ahmad Hooper, number 23. The fullback is number 11, Marcel Boyd. And also wide receiver, Eric Dodson could be playing receiver if Teets is able to quarterback tonight.
Thanks, Rick. For the Mustangs across that offensive line, it's been an improving offensive line throughout the year. Brandon Chury's at one of the tackles. Will Kuznar is the center. Cody Christopher at one of the guards. John Lacey is at one of the tackles. At tight end, you're going to see Ian Edenfield, among others. In that backfield, you're going to have Jacob McClusack, Connor Basinger at quarterback. Number 45 for the Mustangs, the running back will be Chad Petrus. Also, you're going to have Ryan Fike on the outside running at wing. So the Mustangs will throw several skilled players and also Jacob Dukeman on the outside. So we're going to see a lot of moving around by the Mustang offense here this evening.
The coin toss just took place, Gary.
And it looks like the Mustangs will be receiving. They declined it. They won the toss and have declined or deferred to the second half. The Red Raiders will receive, going left to right on your TV screen in their home maroon and white. The Mustangs in their traveling white uniforms. And we'll be right back with the opening kick. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Here we go, the Mustang kicking unit taking the field. Kicking off for the Mustangs will be number 7, Alec McClay. He shares that duty with Petrus, but when they're going to kick it deep, usually McClay will come out. The Mustangs coming in with some momentum, Rick, after the traveling victory against West Mifflin last week. The Mustangs showed some new wrinkles and a lot of good adjustments by the coaching staff and the players executing very well. The Red Raiders looking for their first win.
Yeah, well, the Mustangs had a lot of resolve last week. They held West Mifflin, and they played all 4 quarters, which every week we talk about.
But for a couple long runs, but with the West Mifflin Titans, the Mustang defense was rather stout. So the Red Raiders will be receiving, and Alec McClay with the run-up. Here we go. There's the kick. It's going to come down at about the 13-yard line on the return for the Red Raiders, and cutting it upfield, but hit by several Mustangs at the 25-yard line. Number 3 for the Red Raiders on the return. That's Brian Harris.
Gary, it's no accident that Coach Just deferred and got the field position. Wind is blowing about 15 miles an hour left to right. So in the second and fourth quarters, the Mustangs will be going downwind.
This is Eric Dotson coming in, starting at quarterback, Rick. From the shotgun, side card to his right. 2 receivers to the left. Now in motion comes Kane Fry. And here's an off-tackle run, and there's a flag on the play. Tackle on the left side there by the Mustangs. Looks like number 12, Ryan Fike on the tackle. Ahmad Hooper on the carry.
Gary, in talking with Coach Cedric on the field right before the game, he said that Teets would get some time, might not start, but he took every snap in the pregame. So a little bluffing by the coach, but Dodson is the quarterback. No gain on that play.
Illegal procedure against Uniontown was declined by Coach Just. So he'll take the no gain and the down. 2nd and 10. Dotson by himself now in the shotgun. Spread offense for the Red Raiders. Mustangs look like they're going to bring pressure, and they do, as Petrus will come straight up, and there's a pass down the middle. No one there. Dotson took a hit as he let that go. Petrus made him pay. He had to get rid of that way sooner than he thought, Rick.
He came in absolutely untouched. They blitzed 2 linebackers. That ball would have gone to Brian Harris, but Dotson had to get rid of that ball.
So 3rd and long for the Red Raiders at their own 26-yard line.
Good of him to get rid of that ball, Gary. That was a headsy play, although he was going to get creamed no matter what.
So now, single back in.
Okay, we got Teets in as quarterback now.
Yeah, Teets came in. We do not have the benefit of a play clock here. And there's a pass inside. It looks like a first down gain for the Red Raiders. Nice play there by the Red Raiders. Just a short out by Fry. Taken out of bounds there by number 5 for the Mustangs. That's Gwynn, but not before the Red Raiders get close to a first down, but they are going to mark it short. 4th and 1. The Red Raiders look like they're going to go for it, Rick.
That's an interesting call in your own territory.
At the 35-yard line. Teets in at quarterback. Might see him keep it here. Mustangs will bring pressure. Now we have a delay of game. Or an illegal substitution, I believe. Let's see what we got. Referee's going to make the call. What do we got? Dead ball, illegal substitution against the Mustangs. That's going to give them a first down.
I thought it was a curious call to go for it on 4th to begin with, and then self-inflicted mistake there by the Mustangs.
Unforced error there by the Mustangs. Not sure how that happened. I did not see anybody coming in on the field late, but call made by the deep official here. First down at the 40-yard line. So the Red Raiders with a chance to switch the field position here. Now quick slant inside again, caught by the Red Raiders. That looked like number 1, Dotson. So Dotson goes from quarterback to slot receiver, just goes down the field 5 yards, turns around, and Teets hit him a little bit behind him, didn't give him a chance to gain extra yardage, but he did pick up 7. 2nd and 3. Red Raiders on the move here with their first possession. 10:54 to go here in the first. Teets had only missed 2 plays before he came in. Now the jet sweep to the right, but Teets kept it, and he will lose 2 yards on that one. Good pursuit there by the Mustangs. Coming in there on the tackle, looked like number 10, Ryan Richter.
Van Fyke and Chad Petrus.
And Petrus in the backfield. 3rd and 5 now for the Red Raiders. Triple receivers out to the left. Single receiver to the near side right. Teets in the shotgun. Mustangs with 3 down linemen and a defensive end, and they're going to bring pressure again. There's the swing pass out into the flat and breaking away, almost getting out of there, but tackled by Dukeman.
There's a lot of action for 2 yards.
And that's going to bring up another 4th down. We'll see who that was. Hooper, Ahmed Hooper. I think that's going to be a run, Rick. It was kind of a backwards pass, so we're going to record that as a running play.
It is, and they're going for it on 4th down again.
4th and 2.5. Slot receivers to, now what do we got offside against the Mustangs? Coming up to Gummit on tight coverage was number 3 for the Mustangs, and he lined up offside. So Connor Basinger is going to give them another first down by penalty.
Well, it's obvious that Teets has the better arm than Dotson. Dotson's a wide receiver usually.
So the Red Raiders, if nothing else, are using up clock down to 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Had the ball for almost 3 minutes now. 1st and 10 in Mustang territory. Teets rolling right, has a man deep, and kissed over, throws him wide open down the right side was number 3, Brian Harris, behind the Mustang defense, but Teets just overthrew him.
It was a nice throw. He rolled right.
Set himself,
yeah. It just flipped it.
Lost opportunity there for the Red Raiders.
Well, they're going downwind, Gary, and if there'd been no wind, that might have been a complete pass, but that ball sailed a little bit.
2nd down and 10. Teets now with the spread offense. Double wing formation. Slots to each side. In motion comes Fry. They'll throw it out in the flat, and there's pursuit by the Mustangs, and they just gang tackle him for a loss of about 3. Looked like Petrus. Petrus along with Dukeman on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 12. That was Fry on the catch. He will lose 3, make it 2. Mustang now looking at a 3rd and 12 for the Red Raiders. Triple receivers to the right this time. Red Raiders have had opportunities out. Here's a fake inside. It's a quarterback draw. Nowhere to go. Brought down deep in the backfield. And let's see who was the first one there. That's number 10, Richter. Ryan Richter.
And Ian Edenfield was in on that sack.
And this time it's going to be 4th and 15, and the Red Raiders will have to punt as it has been pushed back into Red Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, another offsides call isn't going to give him a first down this time.
Scott Fitzpatrick looks like he's going to do the punting for the Red Raiders, but look out for a fake in this situation. Red Raiders really have the ball at good field position for something like that. Mustangs looking to bring pressure.
They're going after the punter.
And they do bring pressure. It was tipped. That ball was tipped, but a good roll for the Red Raiders will take it inside the 25-yard line to the 22.
That was amazing that it rolled forward like that.
So the Mustangs hold on to the ball. The Red Raiders hold on to the ball for 4 minutes and 37 seconds. And possession is a key for them in this situation, keeping the ball out of the Mustangs' hands. But the Mustangs will have their first possession with 7:23 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Basinger in the pistol, tight end right. Handoff up front to Petrus. He breaks tackles out over the 30-yard line to the 31.
9-yard pickup.
9-yard pickup for Chad to win on first down.
Now, Gary, we do have to say that the Raiders are playing with a little bit of a handicap this week. They had 6 players that were
let's say ineligible to play.
Ineligible for tonight's game.
Yes.
And so that's going to, a lot of those were upperclassmen and skill players. So the rest of the team's going to have to step up.
McClusack resets at the right wing. Basinger changes the play at the line. Double tight end formation for the Mustangs. Hand it off inside again to Petrus. He'll have the first down and push the Powell.
That was a keeper. That's how good he was, Gary.
Wow. You sure about that?
I'm sure
that was
Jerry will
Basinger.
replay that.
Yeah, that was Basinger with the keeper. The massive humanity in there had me fooled. First down Mustangs at the 36-yard line.
2 plays, 1 first down. That's good efficiency for the Mustangs.
Dukeman comes to the near side, wide left. Klusak now with the speed sweep and has blockers out in front. Dukeman with a nice block on the edge. Allows for a nice gain by McClusack of 8 yards before he's pushed out of bounds by Dodson. And that will give the Mustangs second down and 1. Give him 9, Rick.
That was a great run. And again, every week I try to point out the plays that don't have statistics, and those downfield blocks are
that was
crucial.
Jacob Dukeman that time.
Oh, those plays are crucial.
Second and 1. And this is Petrus. He'll have the first down inside or almost to midfield. We're going to give him 5 yards on the carry. 4 yards on the carry to the 49-yard line. Brought down by Dotson, but he has a Mustang first down. Clock running with 6 minutes to go here in the first.
Gary, the Raiders' defensive line is a little undersized compared to the Mustangs, so they're going to have to do a better job because the Mustangs might be able to push them around.
Stay low, fill the gaps. Basinger now to the air. Has Dukeman out there to the right, has to go down for it, but does make the catch inside Red Raider territory at the 46, 5-yard pickup on first down.
Nice, efficient, smooth play. Connor had time, the line blocked for him.
Dukeman just goes down 5 yards, turns to the outside. Pass a little bit low, requiring him to go down and make the catch, but 5 yards is efficient, as you said, on first down. Now Basinger, he'll keep it himself, round the left side, cuts it upfield, and just tackled it, ankle tackle there. Let's see who made that tackle for the Red Raiders. I think it was number 1, Dodson, but that'll be a Mustang first down, gain of 8 on the play.
Well, he read that very well. They keyed on Petrus and tackled him, and it was wide open. Connor faked that little pitch, and that gave him the opening to pick up those extra yards for the first down.
Ball sitting now at the 38-yard line. Back to pass, and he'll swing it out to the right side. McClusack trying to make tacklers miss, but nice open field tackle that time.
Nice shot by Colton Witt.
Colton Witt with the open field tackle makes it a no-gainer for McClusack.
He actually lost one on that, Gary. That was a really good open field tackle. He tried to juke him, and it didn't work.
That's what they try to do, get McClusack in open field, and it's up to him to make that first tackler miss. Second and 11. Twin receivers to the left. Basinger back, looking deep. Over the middle, did Dukeman catch it? What do we got? They're going to say yes.
They're going to call it a catch?
They called it a catch at the 25-yard line. So Jake Dukeman goes down. We'll have to rely on Jerry for the replay there, but the officials had him making the catch at the 25, so that would be a
14-yard pickup.
15-yard pick, 16-yard pickup. That's right, Rick. First and 10 now at the 25-yard line. Clock running with 3:40 to go here in the first. Handoff fake to Petrus now the pitch out to Richter down the right side. He has room inside the 10, the 5, cuts it back. Does he get in?
He got in.
What's the call?
The right referee signaled touchdown.
Touchdown, Laurel Highlands. On the pitch, Dominic Richter went down the right side, cut it back to the middle, and gets it in for the Mustang touchdown at 3:27 to go. Ball from the 25-yard run, Rick. On for the kick is Alec McClay, and it's up and good. The Mustangs take the early lead with 3:27 to go here in the first. 25-yard by Dominic. I'm sorry, yeah, it is Dominic. Keep those Richters straight on the pitch from Basinger. Puts the Mustangs on top, 7-0. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Here we go. Mustangs take the lead on a 4-minute drive. Good mix of passing and running by the Mustangs, culminating in the Dominic Richter 25-yard run. Puts the Mustangs on top, 7-0, as McClay will be on to kick it deep. Here's a run-up. Low liner's going to hit at about the 15 and go backwards all the way inside the 5-yard line. Had to pick it up. That was Kane Fry. He thought it might roll into the end zone, but at the last minute he had to pick it up and only gets it out to about the 12-yard line. Not pretty, but effective.
Yeah, he didn't have much choice. He second-guessed himself there a couple of times, and they'd have been at the 1-yard line instead of on the, the 12.
First and 10 with 3:22 to go. Back in at quarterback is Teets. Two running backs to his right. Twin receivers to his right. Mustangs have pressure on the left side. Try to see who that was on that carry. That was number 23, Hooper on the carry. He'll gain a half a yard. Edenfield on the tackle.
And Cody Christopher, too. Those two guys just smothered him. There really wasn't much of a hole right there. He did pick up one, though.
Mustangs shift positions with the skill positions. And it's going to be Teets on the keeper. No, it's good fake on the outside, and ball out to the 14, tackled there by Chury. Gain of 2, close to the 15-yard line, 3rd and 8.
Cooper has 4 carries for 5 yards, Gary, so far.
I thought Teets was going to keep it that time, and he probably would have been better served to decide on the keeper. 3rd and 8, triple receivers to the right. Press coverage, bring pressure. Teets is going to try to run it around the left side. Beats contain, and he's going to have a first down, I believe, out past the 23-yard line to the 24. Brought it from the 15-yard line all the way out to the 29. So a 14-yard run by Teets as he was able to break containment and pick up a nice first down for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
Well, he pulled that ball up like he was going to throw it as he was rolling right, and that got the defensive backs. So was that a movement? It looked like there was movement, but that froze the defensive backs on that run, Gary. Somebody moved.
False start on the Red Raiders will cost them 5.
Looked like it was on the right side of the line.
Just a little bit anxious. Red Raiders have moved the ball on their first possession. Now with their second possession with 1:52 to go here in the first. Mustangs on top, 7-0.
It's important that the Raiders keep going forward if they're going to do any damage.
Fast-moving quarter. With a lot of action on the ground. No stoppage of the clock. This is Hooper trying to break it outside. Breaks one tackle, but is hit again in the backfield. And he's going to pick up 1 yard before the Mustangs finally bring him down. Get Richter and Edenfield and Sean Richter also in there on the tackle. 2nd and 14.
Well, the Mustangs defense is pretty spread, Gary. Looks like they're playing in the dime. Lots of defensive backs.
Teets now fakes a handoff. He'll take it up the middle himself, and he is grabbed right at the point of attack there. Like number 6 for the Mustangs, Sean Richter on the tackle from his middle linebacker's position. So his key there is the quarterback, Teets, and he did not give up his key and was able to bring Teets down, who had no gain on that play.
Well, that
3rd down and 14. Sorry, Rick.
No, that was a keeper all the way, and the Mustangs weren't fooled.
3rd down and 14. Inside 1 minute now in the first. Mustangs may bring pressure here. It looks like they could have been offside, but there's a pass and good hit quickly on the catch.
Dodson on the reception.
Complete to Dodson. Tackle there by Fike at the immediate point of his catch. So he picked up about 7, but it's going to be 4th and 7. On again to punt. Fitzpatrick. And deep for the Mustangs is Richter. Mustangs have 10 men up, and now a late arriving player for the Red Raiders.
Did they call a timeout, or is that a flag?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
It's the end of the quarter, Gary. It's the end of the
first quarter, so the substitution did not hurt them. No penalty on the play. End of the first quarter, Mustangs leading 7-0. We'll be back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back. Red Raiders in punt formation. 10 Mustangs up on that line of scrimmage. They do bring pressure as the high snap, but he does get it away. Fitzpatrick does a nice job, and he'll get a decent roll on the play into Mustang territory at the 45-yard line. So from the 29 to the Mustang 45-yard line. Sets the Mustangs up in decent field position as we start the second quarter.
Well, the Mustangs brought the whole student body except for Sean Richter back to receive, but they were going for the block all the way.
Good job there by Fitzpatrick to get it out of there. Basinger now. Hands off to Petrus, and he's hit at the point of attack.
That's Collins, Gary.
Collins is in for the Mustangs. Jadakiss Collins, and he gains 2. Stopped there by the middle of the Red Raider line, as well as middle linebacker, number 50. Cam Watson, a lot of underclassmen on this Red Raider team, Rick.
Yeah, well, that's what they're faced with this inactive players.
Now Basinger fakes it to Collins and takes it himself.
Cam Walt with the tackle.
Inside Red Raider territory to the 46. He'll pick up 7. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Just short of the first down. He was grinding, wanted to get that first down.
Mustangs with a little more hop in their step late in the season, Rick, after that big win last week. And Collins, again, gets the fake, and Basinger will stumble his way down to the 38-yard line. That's going to be another 7-yard pickup for a Mustang first down. Basinger with the carry.
Basinger has 24 yards on 4 carries, Gary.
Double wing formation for the Mustangs. Handoff fake to Collins. Now here comes Basinger, has blockers in front, skips through a few Red Raider defenders and gains a nice 12 yards on that carry all the way down to the Red Raider 26-yard line.
He got 14. He got a favorable spot on that. Looked like he might have gone out, but no, he gained 14 on that.
Again, good downfield blocking by the Mustangs, outside receivers and tight ends. We talked about that early in the season, and the Mustangs seem to have worked on sustaining those blocks, which is what you have to do in the read option. Basinger, 3 steps back, has a man wide open. Out there is Fike, and did he pull it in? He did. No, what are they calling? Yes, they're calling a good catch at the 4-yard line. Fike had to adjust. So Ryan just went down the left side unattended by Red Raider defense. Had to adjust as the ball was over his outside shoulder, able to pull it down from the 26-yard line down to the 4-yard line. So a 22-yard passing catch sets the Mustangs up 1st and goal.
That was an amazing catch.
Now Basinger trying to get in, and is he in? No, 2nd down at the 1. Now we have a penalty flag. This may be an unnecessary, again, penalty on the Mustangs. Let's see. Would have been 2nd and goal at the 1. What do we have?
Looks like the way the flag was thrown, Gary, it was against the Mustangs.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. Wow. That's going to be a half a distance, which will give them a half yard.
Given last week's situation, Coach Cedric is really going to have to keep this under control.
2nd and goal at the half-yard line. Collins in at tailback. Basinger will go for the quarterback sneak. Does he get in? Yes.
They signal
call from the far line, Judge. Touchdown for Connor Basinger from 1 yard out with 9:25 to go here in the second. pushes the Mustang lead out to 13-0 with the kick to come. Edenfield gets it down. McClay boots it up, and it's good. With 9:25 to go here in the second, it's Laurel Highlands 14, Uniontown nothing. Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank alongside Jerry Dupay on the camera for the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Back for the kick. Alec McClay will tee it up once again, going deep for the Red Raiders. Brian Harris, number 3, and Kane Fry, number 4. Wind now picking back up, Rick. The Mustangs have the wind at their back now.
Yeah, look for this to be kicked deeper.
McClay with the run up and the kick. Low liner again, going to be taken at about the 13 by number 3 for the Red Raiders, trying to find room. That's Brian Harris. Stop at the 26-yard line. First down, Red Raiders.
Gary, as we talked about earlier in the season, the Mustangs are doing, I think, a little bit better job wrapping up the tacklers. Now, they did give up 3 big runs last week, but if you take away those 3 big runs, they really held West Mifflin to an understandable amount of yardage.
I agree, and also on the special teams, it's been a lot more attention given to the special teams. We haven't seen any real huge plays on special teams against the Mustangs in the last several weeks. So Uniontown with their third possession. Ball sitting at the 27-yard line. Quick pitch out to the right. Trying to find room is Hooper. He's trying to get around the right side, and he will not do it. It's the Mustang defense swarming on that left side.
Petrish, Cody Christopher, Ian Edenfield.
Sean Richter. Loss of 1. So Hooper with a loss of 1 on the play sets up 2nd and 11.
Watching that play, Gary, the Mustangs definitely stayed in their lanes much better, and he really didn't have much of a chance.
It's also a point of emphasis that I believe Coach Just has talked about, is maintaining that edge, not allowing the running game to break contain. And this is Teets trying to do that, and he's going to cut it back, has some room, and bouncing off tackler, still on his feet, out past the 30 to the 32-yard line. But Edenfield finally brings him down, but give Teets a lot of credit. What looked like was going to be about a 5-yard loss turns into about a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 5.
Teets on the ground, Gary, has 4 carries for 16 yards.
Red Raiders bring it up to the line at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 5.
The contain was definitely there again, Gary. Edenfield didn't let Teets go around the left side.
Mustangs looking to bring pressure, and now the snap was made, but apparently not called for. And what do we have? We saw the ball move. No penalty on the play. What do we got?
Petrish had the ball.
We do have a false start.
Oh, okay.
False start called, and that's going to be a 5-yard step off, making it 3rd and 10.
So they called the false start before that snap, and no wonder Teets wasn't expecting the ball. Chad thought he had a fumble recovery.
3rd and 10. Oh, through Teets' hands. The ball's on the turf. He does pick it up, but he's going to be dropped for a loss. Very athletic there for Teets to pick that up, and Petrus makes sure he does not gain any yardage, but a loss on the play there of about 7.
Well, deep in the Uniontown backfield was Edenfield too. He was open for a nice bounce into the breadbasket, and Teets fell down on it.
4th down and 16. Ball all the way back to the 21-yard line now. Fitzpatrick on again to punt.
They're going for the block.
Again, load up. A bad snap. Fitzpatrick does not get that one off. He's going to go into the end zone or picked up at about the 1-yard line.
Connor tried to pick up and run with it.
Who blocked it, but the Mustangs definitely recovered it. Down at the 2-yard line. The bottom of that pile looked like maybe Chury.
Brandon Chury was right there.
Not sure who ended up on top of that. We'll have to wait for the replay, but looked like maybe Uniontown fell on top of it, Rick. Replay, I believe, will show that Uniontown ended up on top of it, but to no avail. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 2.
Connor tried to pick it up and scooted in from the 1, and he missed it.
And that's now Basinger again with the keeper, gets it to the 1. I thought stop on the play there by Myers.
Another decent night for Connor, Gary. He has 8 carries for 44 yards so far.
Clock running with 6 minutes to go here before halftime. Mustangs looking to add on to a 14-0 lead. And this will be Petrus up the middle, in for the Mustang touchdown. Chad Petrus gets on the board at 5:50 to go here in the second. Stretches the lead out now to Laurel Highlands 20, Uniontown nothing. McClay on once again for the kick. Mustangs taking advantage of the block punt. Just a 2-yard drive on 2 plays. Edenfield with the hold. McClay up, and he's perfect so far here this evening. Now adding on for the Mustangs, 21-0 with 5:50 to go here in the second. Kick upcoming here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
So far, this tape's worked.
We're back at Bill Power Stadium, senior night here for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Huge crowd on hand, both sides pretty well filled up. Mustang fans across the way. Uniontown Red Raider faithful on the near side.
That's what you get with a crosstown rivalry, Gary. You get everybody remembering the rivalries from years past.
McClay with a nice boot down to about the 12-yard line, taken by Harris. Gets some speed up the middle. He's going to break it. Has one man to beat. That's McClay, but coming back to make the touchdown-saving tackle was Daniel Izai. But nice run there by number 3, Brian Harris, the 6'2" senior for the Red Raiders. Gets them immediately into Mustang territory at the 49-yard line.
When he broke through that the line, Gary, there really wasn't anybody on the back, and McClay did a nice job forcing him back inside. Otherwise, that would have been gone.
1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Teets, hand off to Hooper, and he's going to be hit immediately there. That's number 6. Sean Richter.
Dominic Richter.
And Dominic. Loss on the play of 1 for Hooper. 2nd and 11. Mustang linebackers filling those holes nicely, keeping the Red Raider inside run game at a minimum. Teets now surveying the situation. Mustangs may be bringing pressure, and this is Hooper again up the middle. He'll drag tacklers for a few yards back to about the original line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line, gain of 1. Inside defense there for the Mustangs. DeSalle, Edenfield, Petrus.
They just have 2 down linemen, Gary, and the rest of them are up. The Raiders just haven't been able to get that level of success that they had on that first drive. On offense, anyway.
And now we're going to have a timeout call by the Red Raiders with 4:26 to go, 3rd down and 10 in Mustang territory at the 49-yard line. Gives us a chance to step aside for these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
We're back after the Red Raider timeout, facing a 3rd down and 10 at the 49-yard line. 4:26 to go here in the first half. Red Raiders need a big play here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Mustangs look to bring pressure, and they do. But good blocking by the Red Raiders. Wide open out there in the flat, looking to try to gain the 1st down, but again, a nice open field tackle. Dotson with the catch and run, brought down at the 40. It's close to a 1st down. Gain on the play of about, they're going to call him out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 4th and 4. The Red Raiders will go for it here, no doubt. Quickly to the line. Trip receivers to the left. Dotson had to bring himself up to the line. Look for a quick pass out here again. Teets rolling left, looking. Now try to run, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. 3 Mustangs there. Cody Christopher, Chury, along with James Price, bring Teets down for a loss on the play of 6 on the play. And that will turn it over on downs right at midfield, Rick.
He wasn't running to scramble. He was running for his life there. There was really no intention of throwing it downfield. He couldn't even think about that.
1st and 10 Mustangs. Clock stopped at 4:08 to go. Fake inside. Back goes Basinger looking. Now he's going to have to scramble left. Being chased over the middle. McClusack cannot catch it, and that ball is behind McClusack. Flag on the play. Could be ineligible receiver downfield. Let's see what the call is going to be, but McClusack could not make the catch. Official going over to check things out. Just a sideline warning for the Mustangs. So no penalty. Just a sideline warning that they need to stay behind the designated distance from the sideline. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Good pressure brought that time by the Red Raiders, number 30, Seth Shiner. Basinger, inside handoff to Collins. Standing straight up, he'll push ahead for about 5 yards. Tackle on the play that time looked like possibly number 75.
Looks like we have a Mustang down, number 3.
Myers on the tackle.
Harris looks like he's dinged up there, Gary.
And there's a Red Raider that goes down.
No, looks like a lineman.
I think that's Myers' number. No, that's not 75. Who is that?
He just fell over.
Number 73, Taylor Hauser with the tackle, and the Mustangs will huddle up, and we'll take a quick timeout for this injury here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
We're back after the timeout. Mustangs will be facing a 3rd down and 5 at the 45-yard line of Uniontown. Quick pitch out to McClusack, looking for blockers, has one ahead, he'll break it inside the 30 to the 25-20, brought down at about the 20-yard line. Tackle out there that time, trying to pick up that number across the way.
Great downfield block sustained there by Richter, Gary.
Keontae McCargo finally pushed him out, but from the 45 down to the 23, the 22, gain of 23 yards on the play. Now inside run and tripped up at about the 11-yard line. That's Basinger with the run. Tackled by Witt, and he'll pick up 10. Basinger all the way down to the 12-yard line.
That moves the sticks, Gary. That's 54 yards for Connor.
Mustangs moving quickly with 2:43 to go. Up to the line now, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff inside to Collins. No, fake to Collins. Basinger will keep it, and he'll follow Collins down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Steiner on the tackle for Uniontown.
It's a lot easier, Gary, following those big offensive linemen that he has on the left side there.
Second down and 4. Ball at the 7-yard line. Basinger fake inside, and now he's going to be tackled for a loss. Nice defensive play that time by Tate Turnitsky. A loss on the play of 1 by Basinger.
Turnitsky shed his block right away, and Connor had no chance.
Give him credit on that defensive play. Nice play by Turnitsky. Senior, 6 foot 225, defensive lineman for Uniontown. Clock now ticking down at 1:20 to go before halftime. Mustangs trying to add on to a 21-0 first half lead. Now a pitch out to the right with speed. This is Richter, and he'll walk into the end zone from 8 yards out. Goes in for the Mustang touchdown on the jet sweep right, student body right. Everyone pull, everyone block, and just take it into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown.
That's his second touchdown tonight, Gary.
With 1:06 to go here in the half, the Mustangs now lead 27-0 with McClay on for the kick. Enfield with the hold. McClay kind of pushed that one to the right, and he'll miss that one. So that's the first miss for McClay here, and that will leave the score at 27-0 with 1:06 to go here in the second. Mustangs on top. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network. Alec McClay will tee it up for the Mustangs. And deep once again for the Red Raiders, Harris and Fry. Nice high kick this time to Fry at about the 11-yard line. Trying to weave his way through, and he's going to be hit there by Sean Richter. Out to about the 25-yard line, make it to 26. Red Raiders with an opportunity here with 59 seconds to go before halftime.
Except for that first drive, Gary, the Raiders don't seem to have an answer for the Mustangs on offense or defense.
And now the Red Raiders are going to call a timeout with 59 seconds to go. Discuss their options. We'll keep it right here. Mustangs trying to pick up their second win in Big 9 Conference football. Two games remaining, one against Thomas Jefferson and one against Albert Gallatin. Red Raiders trying to get on the winning side of the ledger. And they're going to have a difficult time with a 27-0 deficit at this point.
Well, neither of those two remaining games, Gary, one's hard and the other's harder. AG's improved this year over last year with a big win over West Mifflin.
Interesting game tonight, Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon.
2 undefeateds.
So here go the Red Raiders with 59 seconds to go.
I'd look for Teets to go downfield.
As the receiver's out here, he's going to pass it inside. This is Hooper on the shovel pass, and he's going to lose a couple. Forced out of bounds across the way there. Looked like number 10, Ryan Richter, keying on Hooper. It's a little shovel pass deep in the backfield, though, Rick. He didn't get that ball, until he was about 4 yards deep in the backfield. So,
the only good news for Uniontown is he got out of bounds and stopped the clock.
2nd and 12. Handoff inside now to Hooper. Cuts it up nicely, but met there in the hole by Dominic Richter, as well as number 4, Dussault, and that's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play, and that's going to be the last play of the first half, I believe, as the Red Raiders will let it run out, and we'll go to halftime on the South Union Township Sports Network with the Mustangs leading the Red Raiders 27-0. We'll be back with halftime activities and statistics here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Check them out on Tomahawk Talk.
Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium for second half action, as the Mustangs will be receiving the second half kickoff, leading 27-0. Red Raiders will be kicking right to left to begin the second half. Going deep for the Mustangs, number 8, that's Dominic Richter. And
Kickoff for the Red Raiders.
It's going to be interesting, Rick, to see the second half if the Mustangs can sustain that running attack that has been so effective, and also keep the momentum on the defensive side to retain this lead. There's a bouncer. Richter's going to watch it go into the end zone. He's going to have to bring it out, and it's a touchback.
No, it's a touchback automatically.
Touchback automatically. I didn't know if he had possession of it at any point prior to it going into the end zone, but apparently not. So that'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It sort of looked like he was, looked like he touched it there, but do you have to have possession, Gary?
Yes, you do. So the Mustangs will take over at the 20-yard line with the 27-0 lead. Connor Basinger brings them out. Handoff inside to Petrus, and he's going to bounce off tacklers, drag tacklers out over the 25-yard line to the 26. Gain of 6 on the play for Petrus. Second down and 4. In with the play is Collins. He'll give Petrus a blow.
The wind's picked up a little, Gary.
Sure has, and the Mustangs are with the wind to begin the third quarter here. Basinger. Now we have a penalty, and it's going to be an illegal motion, I believe, against the Mustangs. 2 men moving at the same time. That's going to push them back 5 yards.
Gary, the Mustangs deferred, right? And they kicked to the Raiders, and they kicked from the right to the left. So in the third quarter, they should be going, they're going the same way now that they went in the second quarter. They should be going right to left again.
I think you're right.
That's why
That's the benefit of the wind.
That's the point of the wind.
You're exactly right. I'm not sure how that snafu appeared, but it did. Second down and 9 on that 5-yard penalty. Basinger back, looking, has a man deep, and that's going to be in between receivers. Intended for Richter, I believe. Dukeman and Richter out there for the Mustangs. Third down and 9.
I'm still perplexed by that. Coach just hasn't picked up on that. That was the whole point of deferring, is to get the wind at your back in the second and fourth quarter.
Third down and 9. Basinger in the pistol. He'll go straight back. Has a man open. That's Dukeman. He pulls it in. Makes one tackler miss, but spins away. Does not make him miss. Nice open field tackle there.
Great open field tackle there by number 4.
That's going to keep him short of the first down and bring out the punt team for the first time for the Mustangs this evening. So good 3 and out for the Red Raider defense. So out to do the punting for the Mustangs is Dukeman, and deep for the Red Raiders. There's a end-over-end kick, and that's going to take a Mustang bounce all the way inside the 30-yard line to the 26. So that was a 14-24, about a 40-yard punt, Rick.
Yeah, Dotson thought about picking that up for a split second there, and then just decided
smartly not
to touch it.
First and 10 for the Red Raiders at the 26-yard line. Their first possession of the second half, going into the wind. And it is a pretty stern wind right now. But as we look at the flag, it becomes a swirling wind.
It's coming
right at us. Not sure which way it's going. Back goes Teets, rolling right. Has a man open, and that's knocked down at the last second by Edenfield. Pass a little bit underthrown.
Edenfield was step for step with him.
Trying to pick up who that was intended for.
He did knock the ball down.
Got his arm up at the last second, and that was number 3, Brian Harris. Second and 10. Mustangs bring pressure. Pass out here to Hooper. He's going to try to dance his way for some extra yards. Be pulled out of bounds by Petrus. Forced out of bounds there at about the 30-yard line. We'll give him 4 on the pass and catch. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
I think that's Hooper's first reception for the night. It is.
Dietz now sends Fry in the slot to the right. Be guarded there by Edenfield. Edenfield now looks like he may bring pressure. Mustangs come from the outside, pass nice and catch there, but I believe short for the first down. That's to Dotson at the 35-yard line. So Dotson needed to go 1 more yard before he turned around for that catch, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 1. And the Red Raiders will go for it, trailing 27-0 here in the 3rd. Dietz calling the play at the line. Mustang defense. And they're going to be offside almost, but no call. Here's Dietz now. Pass out in the flat. Caught nicely there for the first down.
Looks like Fry on that.
Fry with the one-hand grab. Nice pass and catch. Dietz to Fry will pick up a nice 7-yard gain for the Red Raider first down on 4th.
That pass was a little bit out in front, but Fry grabbed it with that left hand and reeled it in. Accelerated a little bit.
Now we got the trip receivers to the left side. Dietz looking out this way. And they're going to call timeout. Clock was winding down on the play clock. Little confusion there. Uniontown will call timeout. Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank alongside Jerry Dupay on the camera. We'll step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Mustangs leading 27-0 here in the 3rd.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back. After the Red Raider timeout on first down, ball on the far hash mark. Trip receivers to the near side. Red Raiders picking up a first down on the 4th down pass and catch out in the right flat to Kane Fry. Now with first down, an opportunity for the Red Raiders to move into Mustang territory here, now at their own 42-yard line.
Getting signals from the sideline.
A little bit of a high snap. Dietz now will loft it deep, has a man, and it caught behind the Red Mustang defense, in for the Red Raider touchdown.
That was
flag on the play.
Harris
Let's see.
on that.
Yes, there is. There's a flag back here at the 42-yard line.
Oh,
Gets there by Brian Harris, but I believe that's going to be against the Mustangs for holding on the defense, and that's going to be declined. So a Red Raider touchdown. 57-yard pass and catch from Omar Dietz to number 3, Brian Harris. Behind the Mustang defense, reached out and pulled that one in, taking it all the way for the Red Raider touchdown. And looks like the Red Raiders will go for 2 as they are now on the board. And from the 3-yard line, 2-point attempt upcoming. Up under center now, Dietz. And the Mustangs are drawn offside, so that'll make it a little easier for the Red Raiders. 57-yard pass and catch puts the Red Raiders on the board, now trailing 27-6 with the 2-point conversion upcoming. Nicely designed play. Gets behind the Mustang defense. There's the pass into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended out there for Fry, but nowhere close. So the 2-point conversion fails. It's Laurel Highlands now leading 27-6 at 8:25 to go here in the third. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Drs. Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Football players. Kicking off the Uniontown Patrick.
The penalty will be stepped off on the kickoff now against the Mustangs. And that will put the ball at the 50-yard line for the kick. Doing the kicking for the Red Raiders is number 8, Scott Fitzpatrick. Here's the run up. He'll low line it, and that's going to be caught by Richter at the 5. Trying to get room, and he'll spin off one tackler, does not get back to the 20. Tackle there by Dotson at the 18-yard line where the Mustangs will take over. Touchdown by the Red Raiders, making it a little bit more interesting here. A lot of time left. 8:17 to go in the third.
That was a pretty quick strike. Tietz has been pretty accurate, Gary. He's
got a strong arm.
He has a strong arm. He only has one incompletion tonight. Now we see why Coach Lloyd wanted to get him in there.
So the Mustangs went 3 and out on their first possession. Now here's Basinger. He's going to cut it upfield, has room, and he will take it all the way out to the 34-yard line. Flag thrown in late. And let's see what the call is here. Fry on the tackle, but a pickup of 15. Let's see if that's going to be nullified. And it is. Got a holding call on the Mustangs. So a nice run by Basinger will be pushed back 10. And that's going to make it a 1st and 7. So from the point of the foul, takes it back to the 22-yard line. 1st down and 7. 15 gainer turns into a 3-yard gainer. Now here's Fike on the pitch, trying to get outside. He does break containment, gets downfield, all the way out near the 40-yard line where the Red Raiders finally bring him down, but he pushes ahead outside the 40-yard line. So good blocking downfield again by the Mustangs. Gives Ryan Fike the opportunity to push it out over the 42-yard line for a 1st down, and now we have an injury, I believe, as the training staff's going to come across the field as a Red Raider is down near the Mustang bench.
Looks like a lineman.
And with that injury, we're going to take this opportunity to step aside and hear from some sponsors here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
I don't know what the hell he was saying. We're back in play.
We're back after the injury timeout. Injured Red Raider coming to the sideline. Now up the middle, faked by Collins, and Basinger will keep it for a short gainer of about 3 yards. Brings it out to the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7. Basinger now from the pistol again with Collins behind him. Another flag on the play. And that's going to be against the Mustangs again. For illegal procedure.
At halftime, I complimented the coach that really they played a pretty clean first half. I think the only penalty they had was that illegal substitution. I may have eye-jazzed them a little bit here, but they're making a lot of mistakes now coming out in the second half. The coach said that was a big point of emphasis for the Mustangs this game and get their head on.
2nd down and 12. Concentration needs to be a key at this point in the second half. And at this point in the season, with 2 remaining games against TJ, now there's a nice pass and catch out to Dukeman. He's trying to break tackles, but he gets inside or outside the 45-yard line to the 46, and that will bring up another 3rd and relatively long for the Mustangs, 3rd and 6.
Particularly, Gary, it's one thing if it's holding during a play or something, but those dead ball fouls are really can absolutely kill you. In the next 2 weeks, they definitely can't afford them.
3rd and 6. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Basinger goes back, looking deep, and that's going to be overthrown. Everybody could not get to that one. No one could get to that one, I should say. Brings up 4th and 7. The Mustangs will have to punt again.
Connor didn't have any choice. Ternitsky, number 64, was in his face right away, and he had to get rid of that ball immediately.
So the deep pass has not been successful for the Mustangs, but it has been successful for the Red Raiders here in the third quarter. Dukeman on for the punt. Gets a high punt, short punt. Mustangs will have to hope for a good bounce, and they do get a good bounce as it goes inside almost to the 20-yard line at the 21, 1st and 10, Uniontown. So Uniontown struck quick on their last possession. We'll see what happens here with 5:42 to go here in the third. Slow-moving third quarter after a very fast first half. Ball in the air a little bit more so far here in the second half.
Still pretty breezy here, Gary. Like you said, it's a swirling wind. Actually, the wind's coming back at us now, the other direction.
Teets with one back behind him. That's Hooper. And another protector to his left. He'll fake, go back. Red Raiders going to the air now, and Teets breaks one tackle, tries to get outside, throws it downfield, and has a man. Again, the Uniontown Red Raiders pull one out of the hat.
Wow, that's all I can say.
Fry, and Teets will get credit for that one. They had him dead to rights in the backfield, spun out of two Mustang tacklers, and all the way from the 21-yard line inside Mustang territory to the 47.
32-yard play there. Miraculous play. That was a headsy play there for Teets.
Absolutely. Give him credit. Turning a play that looked like dead ball, illegal substitution on the offense now. Still first down. That's going to make it 1st and 15. Late man arriving on the field, making it 1st and 15 and pushing it back into Red Raider territory at the 48. So it appears that the Red Raiders are going to rely on the air attack here in the second half.
I'm going to watch that replay over, Gary. That was an amazing play by Teets. There was actually two receivers open at that point.
And give them credit coming back to him, giving him an opportunity to make a play. And this time he's going to be brought down maybe for a gain of about 3. Edenfield hanging on. Teets will pick up 2.
Teets didn't really have a choice, Gary. There was 3 receivers downfield, really only one on the left side, and he was very well covered, smothered there. So Teets really had to tuck the ball under.
2nd down and 14. To the near side is Fry, and he'll change positions. Teets surveying the situation. Mustangs bring everyone, and this is going to be lofted up. It should be picked off, and it is. Interception out there on the outside.
Ryan Fike,
and that's Ryan Fike who just picked it out of center field. Teets just kind of had to loft that up. The Mustangs brought 8, left 4 back, and Teets had to just loft that up to the right side.
And Gary, since the wind has changed direction, it hung up in the air a little longer for Teets than he probably thought it was going to. That ball was high, and it caught a lot of air.
And Fike pulled it down for the Mustang turnover. They'll take over at the 42-yard line.
Well, when you live by the pass, Gary, like that, and you're trying to go downfield and catch up, you're down 21, 22 points. 21 points, you got to take chances.
Inside handoff, and breaking away is Petrus. He's going to try to go at the 30, showing great speed. Chad Petrus all the way in for the Mustang. Touchdown!
He's in.
Wow.
58 yards.
58-yard run by Chad Petrus right up the middle. Like a jet, just took off. Red Raiders could not bring him down.
Hooper thought he had the angle on him, Gary, and I'm sure when Jerry plays that replay, you'll be able to see that Hooper thought he had the angle.
Right up the middle.
And Petrus cut it back a little bit, and
once he had
Chad's second touchdown.
Now the Mustangs are a little razzle-dazzle for the two-point conversion. And do they get in? No. Called down at the 1-inch line. Mustangs with the muddle huddle. Moved all of the offensive linemen to the right side, threw the pass out to the left, and that was Ryan Richter trying to get it in, and he was tackled just short. So with 3:41 to go here in the third, the Mustangs now lead 33-6. We'll be back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Welcome back. The Mustangs striking on one play after the interception by Ryan Fike. Chad Petrus going 58 yards for the Mustang touchdown. Little trickeration on the extra point there, Rick. Mustangs failing, but something to put on film for the remainder of the season.
They did try that. I don't remember which game it was, and were successful on the two-point play with that muddle huddle, but not tonight.
McClay now kicking it down to about the 14-yard line. And this is Hooper trying to get outside, and he's going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tackle there by Elijah Gwynn. Ball will be placed at the 24-yard line. First down for the Red Raiders. Flag on the play. And it looks like the Mustangs are moving backwards, so it's going to be added on to for the Red Raiders. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Mustangs. So another unforced error, Rick.
Unnecessary.
Don't like to see that.
You're up 27.
It's going to add 15 yards and put it all the way out to the 39-yard line. You're right, Rick. Coach just has to be frustrated with that.
Absolutely unnecessary at this point. It's unnecessary anyway, but
at any point, at any time, but especially when you're leading 33-6.
And again, I complimented them because the first half was so clean.
Teets now looking for the option, gets it to Hooper, but in there quickly and not going for the tackle, trying to strip the ball, and that's going to let him get loose. Inside Mustang territory down to the 48-yard line. Slater with the tackle, but not before a, let's see.
Looks like about a 12-yard run, Gary, but that was
12-yard run.
12-yard run.
Had him dead to rights in the backfield. The Mustangs did not go for the tackle, tried to strip the ball, and that just gave Hooper the opportunity to scoot back to the left side.
They had him for a loss. They could have been a 3-4-yard loss.
Teets fakes, looking deep, lofts it up again, has a man open, And that's going to be an interference call on the Mustangs.
Dugman did not turn around on that play.
Intended for Harris, and that's going to be a 15-yard first down for the Red Raiders. Mustangs again giving up yardage by way of penalty. That's going to give them a first down at the 34-yard line. Still in the third quarter, 2:51 to go. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass and penalty. Red Raiders driving into Mustang territory.
Give the Raiders credit. They came out in the second half and they meant to play.
Hooper now around the right side, but Churi's going to grab him this time and not let him go. Great play there by the Mustangs. Brandon Churi, the 6'1", 240-pound senior, for a loss on the play of 5.
Hooper wasn't going anywhere, was he, Gary?
Wrapped him up nicely that time. Fake inside, roll left. Here's the loft again, trying to go deep. And it's knocked away at the last second.
Great defense there.
Had a step. That was Sean Richter who knocked it away at the last second. But once again, Harris was open, had a step on the defender, just knocked it down at the last second. And luckily, not really looking back at the ball, but just reached out at the right time.
Gave the receiver some space, waited for his hands to go up. Didn't make any contact with the receiver.
Stops
Great
the clock.
Defense.
2:13 to go here in the third. Third down and 14.
Now the wind's died down a little bit.
Teets will change the play.
Using the whole play clock.
And it's down to 5 seconds. Teets gets the snap. Now he's going to come up the middle, and he's going to be tackled for another loss. That time by
Sean Richter.
Sean Richter brings him down. Fourth down and 16 now.
You know, because of the powerful Mustangs defensive push there, that's half of Teets' runs, Gary, are for losses, but 5 or more yard losses. So the Mustangs are doing their job too.
That's absolutely. They're bringing pressure again, and this is Richter trying to get Teets. He'll dance around, do his Fran Tarkenton imitation, but he's going to be dropped finally for a loss
right at the
as
line of
Edenfield
scrimmage.
tracked him down. So the Mustangs will take over on downs, finally bringing Teets to the ground as really has some dynamic moves, but
he can
even his losses look interesting, Rick.
They had a number of chances to tackle him, but he's one of the shiftier quarterbacks we've seen.
Very elusive. So the Mustangs will have the ball at the 40-yard line, so a promising opportunity for the Red Raiders goes over on downs.
With that run, you can see why they wanted to get Teets back on the field after he cleared concussion protocol.
So here's Petrus again trying to repeat that last run, and he'll go up the left side for a gain of about 7. Well, that's Collins, I'm sorry.
One thing you have to say, Gary, Coach Lloyd for Uniontown is not afraid to use all 4 of his downs.
So Collins picks up 7. It'll be second down and 3. Inside a minute in the third quarter, which has lasted quite extensively. This Collins now up the middle trying to gain the first down, and he does into Uniontown territory at the 49. So the clock will stop temporarily for the movement of the chains.
That's 21 yards for Collins on 5 carries, Gary. Behind that offensive line that they have, they're all experienced, they're all upperclassmen, and they've all been playing together for a number of years. So I'd feel safe running behind that line.
At this point, with a 27-point lead, it's time to use clock. This is Basinger now on the keeper, using speed around the left side, and he doesn't meet resistance till he's around the 40-yard line.
Smartly staying in bounds too, Gary. Keep that clock going.
Gain of 7 on the play. McCargo on the tackle, as well as Wick, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. It ends with the Mustangs on top, 33-6. We'll switch sides and we'll step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Like with the boys soccer.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season. Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Here we go, fourth quarter action at Bill Power Stadium. The Mustangs of Laurel Highlands traveling to the Red Raiders of Uniontown. Crosstown rivalry, 33-6 to start the fourth quarter. Here's the pitch out to Richter. He's going to try to go around the right side. Spins off one tackle, rolls inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. I think that was Sean Richter that time, Rick. Number 6 or 8? I think that was number 6. It was 6. That's a different Richter.
Well, we got 3 of them, 6, 8, and 10.
And that's going to be a gain of about 11 on that play. Brings up a first down at the 29-yard line.
13-yard pickup there.
13 yards. Now Basinger fakes outside and now cuts inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. He's going to be close to another Mustang first down.
11-yard pickup. He faked a little pitch there to McClusack.
That's a 10-yard pickup. It is a first down. First and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sitting at the 19. This is Dominic Richter in motion, already 2 touchdowns, and he's going to be caught in the backfield, changes field, and gets downfield for about a 4-yard carry. Give him 3 on that one, maybe 4. Second down and 6.
That's his 3rd carry for 37 yards, 12-yard average, Gary, and 2 touchdowns ain't bad.
That's not bad at all. Le'Veon would like that right about now.
Yeah, he'd like to upgrade to that.
Now inside handoff and pushing ahead for a short gain. I believe that was Collins, and it was. Give him 3. 3rd down and 3. Down and 3.
Collins has 6 carries for 24 yards. I think Le'Veon would take that too.
Clock now inside 10 minutes as the Mustangs are using some extensive time here on this drive. Basinger straight back over the middle. Nobody there. I'm not sure who that was intended for.
He zipped that ball to
nobody.
To nobody. to the back line.
But
And it stops the clock.
Brings up 4th down, and I think McClay's going to come on and try a 31-yard field goal attempt. Alec McClay, one of the fine Mustang boys soccer players. Boys soccer headed to the playoffs this year.
From the right hash mark.
Edenfield
37
to do
yards,
the holding. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and wide left. Just got a little bit of a high snap, got it down a little bit late, and McClay pulled it left, so Uniontown will turn away the Mustangs.
Plenty of leg on that, though.
You're right.
You know what? That's a tough angle. I don't know if it's tougher. That would be a soup question, but is it tougher? I mean, it's obviously tougher from the hash mark. Is it easier from the right hash mark for a righty? But it's still harder than from right in the middle.
You're right about that. That's going to bring up 1st down at the 20-yard line for the Red Raiders with 9:48 to go here in the ball game. Mustangs still up 33-6. And the dynamic Omar Teets now will hand it to Hooper. He has some room. Gets around the sideline, and he'll gain a nice chunk of yards all the way out to the 40-yard line.
20-yard run.
20-yard run for Hooper. And out of bounds will stop the clock.
Hooper had a number of short gains in the first half, Gary. That exceeds his whole first half. He had 7 yards in the first half.
He's just a sophomore too, Rick.
He's pretty shifty. Very elusive. I don't even know if you can get your hands on him to tackle him.
Teets now to Hooper again. He'll try to cut it back this time. Dropped down from behind by Edenfield, but that's a 6-yard gainer. Out to the 46-yard line.
When the defense is in pursuit, Gary, and he cuts back against that line of pursuit, there really isn't anybody behind him. Now, fortunately, Edenfield was quick enough to catch him, but if Hooper cuts across the grain like that, he could rip off another big run.
2nd down and 4. Teets with the fake. Now he'll take it himself up the middle, and he'll gain the 1st down into Mustang territory at the 44-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup.
Mustang, I mean, the Raiders showing a little life here, Gary, in the second half.
Give them credit.
The Mustangs are playing their starters on defense. This isn't the second wave.
That Teets now with 2 receivers out to the left. Look for him to go to the air here to try for that quick strike. And he'll fake it and take it himself instead, and that'll be a no gainer. 2 or 3 Mustangs on the tackle. Leading the way there for the tackle was Cody Christopher with some help from Chury. 2nd down and 10. Red Raiders are going to take their 2nd time out of the half with 8:14 to go. Mustangs on top 33-6 on the South Union Township Sports Network. Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay will be right back.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Here we come out of the timeout, a little bit more confusion. And I think the officials are going to head to the end zone and try to deal with a drone that is hovering over the cheerleaders down there. I think that's going to be something that's going to have to be brought down and not in use during play.
I'm not sure if that's a PIAA rule, Gary, or
I think it might be.
Rule.
So they ground the drone.
Drown the drone?
Ground the drone. Say that 3 times fast. And we're ready for action. 2nd down and 10. The Red Raiders in possession in Mustang territory at the 45-yard line. Teets with Hooper behind him. Mustangs shift the line. Teets goes straight back. He'll look deep again. He's open, and he'll have it. And the Mustangs allow the deep ball again. Complete to Harris. 45 yards this time.
For a second
Got
touchdown.
behind Ryan Fike, and that's going to be Harris's 2nd touchdown. A 57-yarder, and now a 45-yarder. 8:06 to go in the 4th. Red Raiders strike back.
33, 40, 98, 130.
Red Raiders will once again try for 2. That's not something that the Mustangs can allow to happen too often with a big game next week with Thomas Jefferson. Here's a 2-point try, and that's not going to be successful. Trying to go around right end was Kane Fry, and that's going to be unsuccessful. So it's now 33-12, 8:06 to go here in the 4th. We'll be back with another kick right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Here we go, ready for the kick. Off the foot of number 8, Scott Fitzpatrick, the junior, 5'10", 155-pound.
Go down that way.
Kicker for the Red Raiders. Little confusion there on which way the Red Raiders were kicking and the Mustangs were receiving. They get it straightened out. Deep for the Mustangs is Richter. He'll shade over to the right side, and this is going to be the onside kick, and the Mustangs do fall on it. Good hands up there in front, and that was...
It was number 58 there, Kujanar. Good hands on that.
Well, he's the center, so he has the ball on in his hands a lot. So that will give the Mustangs great field position at the 50-yard line. But you got to give Uniontown credit. No give up. Might as well try the onside kick with 8:06 to go, trailing 33-12.
Gary, Teets had 25 yards passing in the first half. Second half, he has 161 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There's Basinger on the right side. He'll pitch it out to the right, and off to the races now is Richter, I believe that is Dominic Richter, and he goes inside the, right at the 35-yard line. So 15-yard pickup there by Richter. Knocked out of bounds by Witt. And that will now McClusack will try to left side. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Going backwards there slightly for the Mustangs. That'll be a 4-yard loss for McClusack. Looking at some final scores here being brought to us by Barry Rosner. Bell Vernon with the victory over Thomas Jefferson, Rick. That's somewhat of an upset, but give Coach Humberson a lot of credit. He has those Bell Vernon Leopards playing some football, and that will put them in first place. 2nd down and 14. Now a run up the middle. And
late handoff there.
Quick handoff up the middle. Let's see who was on the run there. That was a 10-yard pickup, and I believe that was Petrus.
It was Petrus, and he started to run with it, and Connor didn't let go of it. That could have ended very differently.
Final score, Bell Vernon 21, TJ 17. Bell Vernon 1 over TJ.
2nd down and 5. Looking at some.
It's 87 yards running for Petrus so far, Gary.
Statistic for him, and here's Basinger, kind of ran into Petrus. Now he'll pitch it, try to cut back in for the first down, and getting the first down, I think that was Dominic Richter. It was. So he'll get credit for a 7-yard run and a first down inside the 25-yard line to about the 22-yard line. First down, Mustangs. Mustangs will come out with the double wing formation familiar. McClusack went in motion. Now to hand off to Petrus up the middle, and he spins ahead for a nice gain on first down of 8 yards. So Chad putting on a little bit of a show here with his running ability in the second half.
7 carries for 95 yards, Gary. Dom Richter has 5 carries for 63 yards. Connor Basinger has 14 carries for 89 yards.
2 up the middle now, Petrus. He's going to be the workhorse, and he will gain a first down inside the 10-yard line as the Mustangs push it forcefully down to about the 7-yard line. So another pickup of 8.
We haven't seen the Mustangs use Chad Petrus as much this year. They've sort of mixed it up. But last year they really used him. He was the workhorse. He's finishing off the game. There's no secret to what the game plan is here for the last 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Playing some inspired football here against the Crosstown Red Raiders. And this is Basinger. He'll keep it. Cuts it inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line. Rolled down at about the 3. 2nd down and goal with the 3. Somebody injured across the way. Basinger showing a little bit of a grimace there, but he'll hang in there.
He's staying in.
Clock down to 4:24 to go here in the game. 2nd and goal. Pitch out now to McClusack. He's going to try to go to the pylon, and he's in. Number 1, Jacob McClusack from 3 yards out adds on for the Mustangs, making it 39-12 at the 4:14 mark of the 4th quarter. Nice sustained drive of 50 yards by the Mustangs after the onside kick was unsuccessful by the Red Raiders. On for the extra point is McClay again. Out of the Ian Edenfield hold. Snap is good this time, and kick is up and through the uprights. Extra point good. Mustangs now lead 40-12. We'll be back with the final 4 minutes and 14 seconds of the 4th quarter here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Here we go, final 4 minutes and 14 seconds of the 2017 version of the Laurel Highlands Uniontown matchup.
The backyard brawl, as it were.
Might as well call this one because it's doubtful we'll ever see the Pitt, West Virginia backyard brawl anytime soon. Squib kick, caught there at about the 27-yard line and brought ahead by the Red Raider. Tackle there at about the 38-yard line, trying to pick up who the carry there was.
The up man was number 30, Seth Shiner, the junior.
And that will give the Red Raiders the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, I would expect Gary to see more teats go into the air, and I would expect the Mustangs to cover those receivers pretty well. When teats get sacked, it's mostly because of the coverage and the blitzing. The secondary coverage, I mean.
Teats with the shovel pass.
Ball's on the ground.
That's to Hooper. That's a pass, though. It's not going to be a fumble, but that should be an incomplete pass. I'm not sure how they are giving him yardage on that. That should be an incomplete pass.
Was he behind Hooper?
No, he flipped it in front of himself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was behind Hooper.
Teats flipped it forward to Hooper. That should be an incomplete pass. But they give him a 10-yard gain, and I'm not sure why Coach Just is not complaining about that. It was not a handoff. It was clearly a shovel pass, but we'll give him 5. Now fakes it, and Teets will take it himself up the middle. First hit there by number 6 for the Mustangs. That's Sean Richter. Cleaned up by Izzy. 3:13 on a running clock. I don't think Uniontown will stop it. And now, as soon as I say that,
I thought they'd go to the air.
Officials timeout as a Mustang is down. That's number 57 for the Mustangs. Robbie Junk, the senior. He's going to need some help getting off the field. Don't like to see that. Very stout defensive lineman for the Mustangs. And he'll have to make his way off the field. .307 to go. It's 3rd down and 1. Clock will start now. And the Red Raiders are still on the sideline getting instructions. Very slowly coming to the ball.
Very cool event before the game started, Gary, with the Laurel Highlands and Uniontown bands playing together.
Very impressive. You
can find that video on WMBS of them playing together. Uma Thurman. It was magnificent. It was great.
Now we have a delay of game call. As the Red Raiders were late coming onto the field after the ready for play signal was given. And that's going to move them back 5 and make it 3rd down and 6.
I don't know that that's on the players either. I would think the coach got to get them out. If you're going to call a timeout, you got to call the play and get them back out there.
It wasn't really a timeout. It was an injury timeout, so they had plenty of time to, you're right, make a call and get them out there ready to play.
Mustangs playing press coverage on the receivers.
Which means they're bringing pressure. Teets now will throw it deep again and caught out of bounds. He's going to give it to him. A complete pass, 1 foot in at about the 25-yard line. I think it's about the 30-yard line. Wow, they're giving it at the 30-yard line.
28-yard pass.
Give credit that time for Kane Fry keeping his 1 foot in play. Unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Red Mustangs again. Wow, that's going to give them 15 more. Not sure what that call was about. Looked like Richter may have had a little extracurricular activity, so that's going to move it down to the 15. Too many O's tonight, Rick.
That puts Teets, I have him at about 214 yards on the night.
Well, Thomas Jefferson and Albert Gallatin will be looking at that, I'm sure. First and 10 at the 15 with 2:29 to go. Stop clock on the out-of-bounds play. Teets goes back looking. It's a quarterback draw up the middle, and he's going to run over a tackler at about the 13. Gets down to about the 11. Making the tackle there was Sean Richter. Went low. Got him down at the 12-yard line. Gain of 4.
Well, I don't know if that was a called play or not. Fry looked like he was number 4. Kane Fry looked like he was covered in the middle, which is where Teets was looking.
Harris limped off the field now for the Red Raiders. 1:50 to go, running clock. Teets surveying the situation once again. Snap is up, and he's going to look to throw, and he's rolling to his right, and he's going to be drug out of bounds. He is drug out of bounds. That's Chury. Made sure he got him out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 6 out to the 18. So the ball was at the 11, so that's a 7-yard loss. 3rd down and 13.
1:36 left in this contest.
3 receivers now out to the left side for Uniontown. Look for some kind of a screen pass or quick pass out to the left side. And it'll go to the right, a little bit of a slant pattern, and that's going to be a hold or a interference call on the Mustangs, as trying for the quick hitter there was Kane Fry. He took the inside route, and the Mustang defender just grabbed onto his shirt, and that's going to be an automatic first down, I believe. Let's see. Might be a point. No, I think that is a foul at the point of the foul, so that's only going to get him down to the 10 or maybe the 9, and it's going to still be 3rd down. Clock now down to 1:33 to go. A little more manageable 3rd and 4. Teets hands off to Hooper. He's going to cut it inside. He doesn't get the first down, but he's down to about the 8. Nice tackle there. Didn't pick up who made that tackle, Rick. Did you get it?
I did. Ryan Richter spun him around, and he wasn't going anywhere.
4th down and 4. Big play for the Raiders trying to sustain this scoring drive. We are at 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. 4th and 3. Ball at the 8-yard line, and Uniontown's going to take their final timeout with 57 seconds to go. They'll have a new play clock with 4th and 3, and we'll take our final timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Red Raiders come out after the timeout, and it looks like they're going to attempt a 25-yard field goal on 4th down and 3. Look for a possible fake here, Rick. In for the field goal attempt is Scott Fitzpatrick. The holder is number 18, Colton Witt. Or maybe try to pull the Mustangs offside. It's down, and he kicks it, and it's through. Nice kick.
Good leg.
Fitzpatrick with the field goal at 53 seconds to go. Makes it 40-15. Mustangs on top Kick upcoming here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Red Raiders come out for the kickoff after the fine field goal there by number 8, Scott Fitzpatrick, the junior for Uniontown. And the Mustangs will once again look for the onside kick. Fitzpatrick, also a member of the Uniontown soccer team. And there's the run up, and again, a low liner. This is touched by the Mustangs, and it goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Not sure. There's a flag on the field. It went out of bounds, but I do believe one of the Mustangs touched it before it went out of bounds. Coach Edenfield heading down the steps here. Good job. Mustangs will have it with 50 seconds to go. The Red Raiders cannot stop the clock, so I would look for a few kneel downs here by the Mustangs.
Look for the victory formation.
That's what we have, is Petrus will go deep as the safety, and Connor Basinger will go up under center. We'll have to probably do it twice with 50 seconds to go, and that's what the Mustangs will do. Taking the knee, starting the clock. Our final score will be, barring some craziness here, 40-15. Laurel Highlands picking up their second conference victory and their 4th overall victory. And they will be going into next week's home contest against Thomas Jefferson with a 2-game winning streak, Rick. Second kneel down, that's going to do it. As the clock runs down inside 10 seconds, Mustangs will be victorious here tonight over the Red Raiders, 40-15. We'll be back to wrap things up with the statistics here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
15, Laurel Highlands 40. Please give all the athletes a round of applause, as well as our.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium. Mustangs coming away with a victory over the Uniontown Red Raiders, 40-15. Mustangs took a 27-0 halftime lead, and coming out for the third period, it was Uniontown striking first at 8:25 of the third. Omar Teets to Brian Harris, 57 yards in the air, making it 27-6. The 2-point conversion was no good, but the Red Raiders were on the board. Mustangs came right back at 3:41 of the third, a 58-yard run by Chad Petrus. 2-point conversion attempt by the Mustangs was no good, 33-6 at that time. In the fourth at 8:06, it was once again Omar Teets to Brian Harris, this time 45 yards for the touchdown, making it 33-12. 2-point conversion, once again unsuccessful for the Red Raiders. At 4:14 to go in the fourth, a 3-yard run by Jacob McClusack after a 50-yard drive by the Mustangs. The kick by McClay was good, making it 40-12. And the final scoring being converted by the Red Raiders, Scott Fitzpatrick, a 25-yard field goal with 53 seconds remaining. That's our final, 40-15, Rick. And the Mustangs performed very well here this evening, especially in the first half, putting up 27 points in the first half. We're able to score a couple more times in the second half. A couple lapses in concentration with a few deep passes by Uniontown and a couple unnecessary penalties, but all in all, a very good performance by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I would think they're going to be looking at that tape in the second half and reinforcing some of those mental errors, Gary. Statistically, Uniontown came back strong in the second half. They had 25 yards passing. Teets had 25 yards passing in the first half. He ended up with 214 yards passing total for the game. For the Red Raiders, their leading gainer was Hooper, 58 yards. Teets had 19 yards. So the Red Raiders had 214 yards in the air, 86 on the ground, for a total of an even 300 yards. For the Mustangs, Connor Basinger had 47 yards in the air. Running, he had 104 yards. He was the leading gainer, but Chad Petrich had an awesome 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dom Richter had 63 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Jacob McClusack had 40 yards and a touchdown. So they had 47 yards in the air, 376 yards on the ground, Gary, for a total of 423 yards, by far their biggest output for the season.
Well, that's good to see, and late in the season, the Mustangs improving as we go into the final 2 weeks of the season, and give the coaching staff for the Mustangs a lot of credit. Some adjustments made here in the last couple weeks have paid big dividends. The Mustangs on a 2-game winning streak, 2 games in the conference with victories. Games remaining at home with Thomas Jefferson and Albert Gallatin. We'll see how it goes for the Mustangs the rest of the way. So tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and everyone at CUTV, Gary Smith, and his staff. This has been Gary Frankhauser with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay on the camera. Another South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Our final, once again, Laurel Highlands 40, Uniontown 15. Good night, everyone.